I'm often asked several questions about these beautiful Japanese lace leaf maple. When is the best time to prune them? When's the best time to fertilize them? Well, the plant is deciduous. They're barren of leaves at this time of the year. So that's a good time to prune them. And the reason is that you can look in here and see if there are any dead branches. Now, this happens to be a dead branch. You can see the difference. See how white this is and how dark the others are? So we can go in and cut back then to live wood and get any of that dead wood out. Also, if we want to do any shaping of the plant, now that it's barren of leaves is a good time to do it. Don't feed the plant now. The best time to feed it is just before the new growth starts in springtime, and you use usually a rose type fertilizer to feed them. Okay, notice one other thing here too. Around the base there are quite a few weeds, but this one in particular is covered with mildew. Now, we don't want to leave weeds in the ground that are hosts to insects and diseases. I'm sure if we look very closely, there's probably some insects as well on this weed. So let's get them out. I know this isn't the easiest time of the year to weed the garden, but if you can get the ones that are infected, it's really important to get them out of the garden. Okay, so we'll eliminate that completely. Now, let's talk a little bit about that Christmas tree that you had this year. One of the great things to do is to go in and cut your perennials back after the holiday season, or as soon as they're kind of over the hill, you might say, and get them back into shape like this. And if they tend to be a little bit on the tender side, is what we'll do. By the way, I'll add all these greens to the compost pile, so I'll recycle them in that way. But is what we'll also do, if this tended to be a little bit on the tender side, I would take some of the branches from the Christmas tree, or we've had a big windstorm and some of them have fallen to the ground. And I'd take those branches and just cover over very lightly, just place them over the plants like so. And what a great way to provide protection for that plant throughout the winter season. It's a very easy process, and it recycles your Christmas tree. Of course, later the greens that are left when the weather warms up can be added to the compost pile. One other question. Down in here on this rhododendron, you'll see some yellow leaves. Those are old leaves. Don't worry about them. Because the new leaves are on top, it has cut off the light to the bottom of the plant, and these leaves can't produce chlorophyll any longer, so they turn yellow, and they do that at different seasons of the year. This happens to be doing it during the winter, and it's no problem at all. Those are just a few things that you can give some attention to in the garden right now.